And it sounds, I think it may sort of sound a bit silly to some people, but this is like, if for people that really know cell.
Exciting stuff is happening in the world of electric cars. The race to be the best just got a surprising twist. A company called BYD is super happy because they're now the biggest electric vehicle maker out there, and they've got some cool new battery tech to show off. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, the big boss at Tesla, has been unusually quiet. What's going on? Word on the street is that something top secret is brewing at Tesla's headquarters in Austin. Someone even spotted a new patent they filed, which means they might be cooking up something huge. Could Tesla be hiding a trick up their sleeve? Are they about to shake up the whole industry? This is all about what people are calling the battery revolution. Elon Musk recently dropped a bombshell saying, "I've got a new battery that's going to blow everyone else out of the water." That's a classic Elon move. Big talk and big confidence. It's got everyone in the tech world buzzing. But to really get what's happening, let's take, before this, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get the information about technology first. All right, folks, buckle up. Elon Musk is at it again, and he's tossing a big challenge to the car world. He just dropped some huge news about a new kind of battery, called a solid-state battery, that could totally change what we think electric cars can do. Picture this: a battery that charges up super fast, lasts way longer, and lets you drive farther, like 20% more, while being safer and kinder to the planet. Pretty awesome, right? So, what's the big deal? Well, most electric cars today run on lithium-ion batteries, kind of like the ones in your phone. They've been great, but they use a liquid inside that can sometimes leak or even catch fire. Not cool. Elon's new battery switches that liquid for something solid instead. It might sound like a small tweak, but it's a game changer. This solid setup, rumored to use a special manganese mix, could pack so much energy that your electric car might go up to 1,200 miles on one charge. Yep, you heard that right. That's like driving from New York to Florida without stopping to plug in. Say goodbye to worrying about running out of juice on long trips. Elon's got his usual style going here, part dreamer, part let's stir things up vibe. He loves setting the bar crazy high and then pushing his team to make it happen. This battery's no different. Tesla's mixing cutting-edge materials and clever designs to tackle the big stuff, making cars go farther, stay safe, and not cost a fortune. If they pull this off, it could be a total win for electric car fans everywhere. Elon Musk's latest battery idea could make electric cars lighter, smaller, and able to go way farther on a single charge. Imagine a battery pack that's not as bulky, which could mean sleeker car designs, cheaper builds, and even better performance because the car isn't so heavy. Sounds like a win, right? But here's the catch. Switching from the old liquid-based batteries to this new solid-state style isn't a walk in the park. It's a big leap, and there are some tough challenges, like figuring out how to make tons of these batteries, ensuring they last a long time, and making sure they can handle daily driving without breaking a sweat. Still, if anyone can pull it off, it's Elon and his Tesla crew. They've got a knack for cracking the trickiest puzzles, and everyone's watching to see if they can make this magic happen. What's really exciting is how this could shake up the whole car world. Other companies might have to hustle to keep up, and that could mean a wave of awesome upgrades, like super-fast charging, safer batteries, and electric cars that are cheaper and better than ever. We're talking about a future where electric vehicles aren't just the green choice. They're the best choice, hands down. This solid-state battery isn't just a small tweak, it's a total game changer. It's the kind of big, bold thinking that's made Tesla stand out, setting the stage for electric cars to become a huge part of our lives. Whether you're obsessed with electric vehicles or just curious, this news is proof that new ideas are zooming forward full throttle. Now let's be real. This solid-state stuff sounds amazing on paper. More power, safer rides, quicker charges. But pulling it off? That's the nerve-wracking part. It's called solid-state. And while it sounds super promising, there's a bunch of tricky stuff that could make things messy down the line. The big catch? Making these batteries isn't as simple as it sounds. Right now, most batteries, like the ones in your phone or electric cars, use a liquid inside. Switching to a solid version means totally rethinking how they're built. It's not just about flipping a switch and calling it a day. Going from small test batches in a lab to pumping out millions of these batteries for cars is a huge jump. If Tesla messes up even a little, they could end up with wonky batteries, delays, or costly hiccups that slow everything down. Then there's the materials, super important, but super tricky. The spot where the solid stuff meets the battery's electrodes has to be perfect. If it's not, the battery might not work as well, wear out faster, or even have safety issues. These batteries are supposed to be safer than the old ones, but tiny flaws could still cause big problems. Figuring out how to keep everything stable and working smoothly is a puzzle Tesla's got to solve. And let's talk money. Making these batteries might cost more, at least at first. That could mean pricier cars or a slower rollout while Tesla figures out how to keep costs down. Plus, switching to this new tech isn't just about the battery itself. They'd need to redesign the whole battery pack, the cooling system, and even parts of the car itself. That's a lot of work. So, yeah, the dream is awesome. Imagine driving 1,200 miles without plugging in. But getting there, it's going to be a wild ride. Tesla's got some big challenges ahead, from building these batteries right to keeping them affordable and redesigning their cars to match. It's a bumpy road, but if anyone's up for it, it's Tesla. They love tackling the tough stuff. Tesla's working on something big with these new solid-state batteries, and it could be a total game-changer. The goal? Smoothing out the kinks so we get a battery that's lighter, packed with more power, and ready to take electric cars to the next level. Fans and doubters alike are glued to this story, waiting to see if Tesla can pull it off. Here's the cool part. These batteries could hold way more energy without being bulky. Think of it like swapping a heavy old backpack for a slim, light one that still carries everything you need, and more. Old-school batteries use a liquid inside to shuffle energy around, but that liquid makes them heavier and needs extra gear to keep them cool and safe. Solid-state batteries ditch the liquid for something solid instead. That makes them smaller, steadier, and able to pack in more power, meaning your car could go farther on a single charge. But wait, there's more. This solid setup could let Tesla use lithium metal inside the battery, which holds way more energy than the usual stuff they use now. Pair that with the solid design, and you've got a battery with serious juice. Think longer road trips, faster speed, and just better performance all around. Plus, they're safer and could last longer too. These batteries ditch the flammable liquid stuff that older ones use, so they're way less likely to catch fire. That means Tesla can crank up the power without worrying as much about safety risks. Plus, they handle hot and cold weather better, which is awesome for driving anywhere, anytime. Here's the fun part. These batteries are lighter and packed with more energy. That could let Tesla rethink how they build their cars, making them lighter, more balanced, and able to go farther on a single charge. A car that's zippier and more efficient? Yes, please. It's good for the planet too, since it uses less energy over time. In simple terms, this isn't just a small upgrade, It's a whole new way of powering electric cars. More range, faster charging, safer rides, and better performance, all without a bigger, heavier battery. It's like giving your car a superpower. Tesla's pushing the limits of what electric vehicles can do, and that could mean a smoother, longer, and more exciting drive for you. Your car isn't just stronger and more efficient. It's built for a greener, cooler tomorrow. One of the best parts? Charging up crazy fast. Imagine pulling into a station and instead of chilling for 30 minutes or more, you're back on the road in a flash, almost like filling up a gas tank. Here's the simple scoop. Inside every battery, tiny particles called ions zip around to power your car. In old-school batteries, they slog through a liquid, like trying to sprint in a swimming pool. Slow and tough. Tesla's new solid-state tech swaps that liquid for a solid material that lets those ions zoom like they're on a racetrack. Faster zipping means your car charges up way quicker. No more twiddling your thumbs at the charger. This speed isn't just cool, it's a game changer. Worried about running out of juice on a long drive? With fast charging, you can top off in no time and keep rolling. It makes road trips smoother and way more fun. Plus, it's not a hassle on the battery. Older setups need big cooling systems to handle the heat from charging. But this solid-state trick keeps things chill and efficient. That means a lighter, safer, and more reliable ride. Tesla's making electric driving faster and easier. How awesome is that? Their new solid-state batteries aren't just a minor upgrade, they could completely change the game. Their new solid-state batteries aren't just a minor upgrade, they could completely change the game. In a world where we're always on the go, being able to charge your Tesla so quickly could make electric cars more affordable for more and more people. Charging stops being a chore and becomes a quick pit stop. How sweet is that? Now let's talk safety. Because who doesn't want peace of mind while driving? Old-fashioned batteries use a flammable liquid inside to move energy around. It works. But if something goes wrong, like an accident or malfunction, that liquid can heat up quickly and even catch fire. Scary, right? Tesla's solid-state batteries say no to that. They use a solid instead of a risky liquid. It's a simple switch that makes a huge difference. No more flammable materials, which means the chances of a fire or overheating are greatly reduced. So you get a battery that is not only powerful and fast charging, but is also a lot safer. Solid electrolytes are like the superheroes of the battery world. Unlike the old-school liquid stuff, they don't catch fire. Pretty cool, right? That means your electric car battery won't turn into a fireball even if you're slamming on the brakes in an emergency or driving through a blistering heat wave. These batteries stay chill no matter how hard you push them, so the chances of them overheating and sparking a blaze are way lower. And this isn't just some boring lab upgrade. It's a real win for regular folks like us. Picture this. You're charging your Tesla on a crazy hot summer day, and you don't have to sweat about the battery freaking out. Or, if you're ever in a fender bender, you can breathe easier, knowing the battery isn't likely to go up in flames. It's not just your car that's safer. It's you, your passengers, and even the firefighters who might show up. Plus, here's a bonus. Since these solid-state batteries are so safe, car makers don't need to pack in tons of heavy safety gear to keep things under control. Lighter batteries mean lighter cars, and lighter cars mean better efficiency. More miles, less energy wasted. Tesla's all over this, as usual, pushing the envelope with solid-state tech. They're not just chasing longer ranges or quicker charge-ups, though that's part of it. They're also making sure your ride is as safe as it can be by ditching those flammable liquids. With these next-gen batteries, Tesla's aiming for a future where your car doesn't overheat or catch fire, making every trip a little less stressful and a lot more chill. Oh, and the rest of the car world? They're taking notice because solid-state batteries are shaping up to be the next big thing in powering our rides. A high-stakes race is on to create the ultimate electric car battery, one that charges super fast, lasts way longer, and keeps things safe. That's the dream of solid-state batteries, and everyone from big car brands to feisty little startups is sprinting to crack it first. It's like a tech showdown. And the prize? A world where your car's battery is a total rock star. Take Toyota, for example. These guys have been around the block, famous for shaking things up in the car world. They've been pouring cash and brainpower into solid-state batteries for ages, and they're not just messing around in a lab. Toyota's got big plans to pop these batteries into their electric cars, betting on better energy punch and top-notch safety compared to the usual lithium-ion ones. It's like they're gearing up to lead the pack in the electric car revolution. Then there's QuantumScape, the hotshot startup, stealing the spotlight. With some big-name investors and jaw-dropping test results, they're turning heads left and right. They're promising batteries that charge in a snap and keep going forever. Think less time plugged in and more time cruising. It's not just cars that could get a boost. This tech might shake up all kinds of gadgets. Other players are jumping in too. Solid Power is teaming up with car and airplane folks to whip up batteries that are safer and stronger. Meanwhile, over in the UK, Ilika is tinkering with smaller stuff, like your phone or smartwatch, where these perks could really shine. Even the old-school battery giants and tech titans are sniffing around, eyeing solid-state tech as the next big leap in storing energy. But here's the kicker. It's not just about building a fancy battery in a lab. This race is all about making tons of them, keeping costs down, and getting them into cars and gadgets you can actually buy. Regular lithium-ion batteries have had decades to get comfy. Huge factories, slick supply chains, the works. Solid state, it's the new kid on the block, and the competition is fierce to make it a real-world winner. Solid-state batteries are like the cool new kid in the tech world, full of big promises like super-fast charging and longer life. But here's the catch. They're still figuring out how to grow up. Companies are racing to make them awesome and affordable, not just whip up a fancy prototype. It's one thing to build a slick battery in a lab, but cranking out millions of them at a price that won't scare off buyers? That's the real challenge. What's wild is this isn't just a car thing. Sure, electric vehicles, EVs, are the star of the show. Every EV driver dreams of a battery that juices up quick and keeps going forever. But solid-state tech could also shake up your phone, solar panels, or even airplanes. Each industry's got its own quirks, so companies are tweaking their batteries to fit the vibe of each market. This race is a total free-for-all. Big dogs like Toyota are throwing their weight around, while scrappy startups like QuantumScape and Solid Power are hustling to steal the spotlight. There's teamwork, cash flying everywhere, and even some unexpected buddy-ups across industries. No one's crossed the finish line yet, but the energy's electric. Everyone's pushing to make a battery that's safer, stronger, and just plain better than the lithium-ion ones we've got now. As these crews keep tinkering and pouring in money, solid-state batteries are inching closer to changing the game. Think smoother commutes and a juiced-up life. Right now, lithium-ion batteries rule the roost for EVs, with flavors like NMC, nickel, manganese, cobalt, NCA, nickel, cobalt, aluminum, and LFP, lithium iron phosphate, each bringing their own strengths, whether it's power, safety, cost, or lasting longer. Solid state is the hotshot wannabe, promising to outshine them all, but it's still got some growing pains to work through before it steals the crown. Lithium-ion batteries have been the MVPs of electric vehicles, EVs, for a while now. They're like the all-rounders of the battery world, great at packing energy into a small space and lasting a decent amount of time. Take NMC, nickel, manganese, cobalt, and NCA, nickel, cobalt, aluminum versions. They're the go-to for high-performance rides because they squeeze in more juice, giving you extra miles on the road. Tesla's been the trailblazer here, rocking its nickel-based cells and showing off with its slick 4680 design. Yep, that's just a bigger, badder battery. But here's the catch. These power-packed batteries can get a little hot-headed, so they need fancy cooling systems to stay safe. That adds some extra bells and whistles and cost to your car. Meanwhile, LFP, lithium iron phosphate batteries are stepping up as the chill, wallet-friendly option. They might not store as much energy as the nickel crew, but they're way better at keeping their cool and sticking around for the long haul. That's why they're a hit for everyday cars and in places like China, where folks want solid performance without breaking the bank. Now, enter the shiny new contender, solid-state batteries. These bad boys swap out the liquid inside regular lithium-ion batteries for a solid material. The payoff? They could hold more energy, charge up lightning fast, and be super safe. No more worrying about your battery turning into a campfire. Imagine zooming way farther on a single charge, or never stressing about overheating. Sounds dreamy, right? But hold up, they're still in the work-in-progress stage, making tons of them, keeping them tough and not making your wallet cry? That's the puzzle companies are scrambling to solve. So, what's the best battery for an EV? It's all about what you're after. Want max range and speed? Go for the high-energy NMC or NCA lithium-ion batteries. They're your road trip champs. Care more about safety, long life, and saving some cash? LFP's got your back. And solid state? It's the future rock star, but it's not quite ready to take the stage. No battery's perfect yet. It's all a juggling act between power, safety, cost, and how long they last. Car makers and drivers both have their wish lists, and as the tech keeps cooking, we're in for some seriously cool upgrades that'll make EVs faster, greener, and just plain better. When you think of Tesla, you see the future, zippy electric cars, and smart energy tricks all rolled into one awesome package. For the past 10 years, Tesla's been like the cool kid who changed the game for batteries and electric rides. They've set the bar super high, and others are still trying to catch up. The secret? They're obsessed with making batteries better. While old-school car companies were busy with gas engines, Tesla was all about lithium-ion batteries, figuring out how to make them stronger and smarter. They built giant factories called gigafactories to pump out tons of batteries, making them cheaper and boosting how well they work. It's not just about batteries, though. It's about shaking up how we use energy every day. But Tesla's magic isn't just the battery. It's everything around it. Their supercharger network is like fast food stops for your car. Quick, trusty spots to juice up on road trips. Plus, their cars get updates through the air, like your phone, so they keep getting cooler even after you buy them. That's a slick trick most car makers can't copy yet. And the cars? They're not just eco-friendly. They're fast, stylish, and loaded with tech that makes driving feel like sci-fi. Think speedy takeoffs and simple dashboards with big screens. Tesla's made cars feel brand new. Sure, it hasn't been all smooth sailing. The electric car world's blowing up now, with lots of companies jumping in. But Tesla got a head start, and that's a big deal. Solid-state dreams. Solid-state batteries are like the superhero upgrade everyone's hyped about. Faster charging, longer life, and way safer than what we've got now. But when will they show up in cars or stores? It's tricky to say. Turning lab ideas into stuff you can buy is a wild ride, full of exciting wins and tough hurdles. Big names like Toyota and clever startups like QuantumScape are testing these batteries, but it's still a work in progress. Toyota's been sneaky good at working on solid-state batteries. They've dropped hints about small test projects popping up in the early 2020s. But here's the thing. Making a few batteries in a lab is way easier than cranking out millions that work great and don't cost a ton. Building these batteries means inventing new ways to make them, finding new stuff to use, and fixing how everything gets delivered. And that doesn't happen fast. We might see them in a few special things by the mid-2020s, but experts say they won't be everywhere until the late 2020s, or maybe even the early 2030s. It's not just about figuring out how to make them. They've also got to solve tricky stuff, like keeping them strong for a long time, keeping costs low, and making sure the solid parts inside play nice with each other. All these challenges decide when solid-state batteries will show up for real. The excitement's totally there, and it should be. But don't expect them tomorrow. It's a slow climb, starting with test versions, then small batches, and finally big production when they're cheap and ready. While we wait, labs around the world keep chipping away, getting us closer to a day when our cars and gadgets run on this cool new tech. Want more like this? Hit like and subscribe. Thanks for checking it out.